the year I moved to England, my grandmother died. And I still think about that.
Yeah.
I always blame myself for that.
Okay.
And then school in South Africa is
Totally different.
You get a question wrong, Mtyanda.
Corporal punishment.
Hey, bro. There's days I've just like, I don't know, like, it reminds me, like, there's songs that remind me of people. Sometimes I'll break down. Not break down, but sometimes
you get
I'll
down,
cry.
like you get emotional.
Yeah, I get emotional, cry, or just remember. And I've always dealt with things that way of, like, I remember my first cassette tape, VCR they call it, or whatever they call it, was a Harry Potter one.
All right.
She used to come with loads of Primark stuff. Hey, thought I was rich then. All the kids in the street, like, let's try doing the look sheen.
Oh, no. Você não é cheese boy, você. Se nós pegamos Bruce Lee, eu peguei Harry Potter.
Oh, Harry Potter, bro. Nah, that was me, man.
Ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, man, you guys normally see like Finding the Signal behind me, but today we're broadcasting live from ABQ London. We're gonna be. You want me to move this side? Inside. Okay. What did the camera move? Oh, okay. I'll move it this side. Is that cool, yeah? Oh, should I start again? Yeah. Shout out. I'm chilling with Sipho. How you doing, Sipho?
Yeah, I'm good, my brother. You?
I'm good, man. People are probably wondering what's going on because normally I've got my Finding the Signal behind me. So today we're broadcasting live from ABQ London in Hackney.
Hey.
We're going to be doing some cocktails. They call it the molecular experience. If you want to come and try it, please pull up. They've got a page on Instagram. It's called ABQ. Should I be looking at that camera? What, that one there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
okay.
yeah. Sorry. Right. No, go on, no. Thank you. I was thinking
it's gone down.
Yeah. All right.
I like that. I'll keep that there like this, yeah?
That'll be good.
That's good. And then I'll keep this one more there.
Yeah, it's all right, yeah?
That's good. The retakes are so many. I don't think we're going to start. Should I start again? Yo, it's your boy MDK, Mr. I woke up like this. You're probably wondering where I'm broadcasting from. I'm not in studio today. I'm at the ABQ London. They've got a very good experience here that you can come and enjoy with your friends, with family. You get to make your own cocktails. So yeah, man, it's based in Hackney. So if you want to join them, come through. You can book online as well. Don't come alone. It's better to come with a friend. All right, Simpson.
Yes, Papa.
How you doing, bro?
I'm grand, Tayam.
Oh, man. Yeah, I bumped into Sipho. Sipho is telling me about, man, what's going on with D, bro?
Nah, like I said, I watched that episode.
And that's the one I done with D, yeah?
Yeah. Do you know why? It touched me because that's my brother.
Yeah.
And we've known each other for a long, long time. Yeah. And some of the things he mentioned, I was a bit upset because it's like, why have you never come out?
Yeah.
To me, like.
To come, like, approach you as a bro.
Yeah, like, but I do understand, like, in this day and age, men act a certain way. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially black men.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to be depressed. I always say that.
Yeah.
As a black man, it's hard to be depressed because.
Why do you say that?
Oh, well, I say in my experience because coming from South Africa, born and raised in South Africa, it's hard to be depressed. My dad couldn't be depressed.
Yeah.
He had to work.
Oh, the fact that man has to make money, like.
Had to work for the family.
Sure.
Thank God my mum followed her dream, wanted to become a nurse, etc., etc. But at the end of the day, it's hard.
Tell me about you, bro. Where were you born? Because I know you obviously play football with you, Mozi, D, whatnot. Yeah. So were you born like in SA, and then when did you come to the UK?
I was born in Port Elizabeth, New Brighton.
Okay.
In South Africa.
Yeah.
I come here when I was 10.
10?
Yeah, 10.
Okay.
Come here when I was 10. Like, my mum, like I said, she come to England when I was about 5 or 6. Yeah. Obviously chasing the dream trying to work the pounds. She was a nurse. So I grew up with my nan, my auntie, my sisters, my cousins. Yeah, man.
But when she was coming here, you were young, 5 years old. Did you understand what was going on?
Do you know what? It's funny you say that. I didn't understand, but then I started to understand because she's not here. Yeah. And I'm there, so and the phone calls. It was the phone calls, you know. Back in the days, you had them cards. You used to
scratch it. Yeah.
And it gives you, she used to call.
Okay.
She used to call weekly. Yeah. And then I started to realize where she was because I remember my first cassette tape, VCR they call it or whatever they call it, was a Harry Potter one.
All right. And
she used to come with loads of Primark stuff. Hey, thought I was rich then. All the kids in the street, like, let's try to earn a look sheen.
Você não é chispoy, você. Tinha que pegar o Bruce Lee e pegar Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, bro. Nah, that was me, man. Yeah.
Okay, so 10 years old, you come to the UK. Yeah. How was the experience, bro? Like, do you remember? Do you even remember the first time when you landed?
Do you know what? It's crazy. I'll tell you what it is. I landed before that, actually. Yeah. I can go back before. I come here on holiday.
Yeah. Oh, you just come in to visit?
Yeah, I come to visit. It was only a week.
Okay.
So I come to visit. No, 2 weeks or a week. I come to visit. Yeah. And that's when my mum and dad come over. Okay. Way before us, innit? So come to visit. It was just me and my own. And I was like, it's cold. Yeah. It's cold.
Which month did you come in? Because I can imagine.
Oh, December time. How am I leaving home in December to come to England? Bro?
That's crazy. Because you're born.
Yeah, you're born, bro. Come here, I remember my mum said, jacket. Cold, but yeah, and then when I was 10, that's when I come over with my 2 younger brothers. Okay. I say 2 younger brothers. One of them was born here. Okay. And then they flew him back home. You know how it is. And then...
Which one is it?
Harry, the youngest one. Okay. Yeah.
Because I know...
You know Isaac, the middle one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one I played.
He's a good footballer.
Yeah, he is. I gave him a task at 21 to be better than me. He still isn't.
He still isn't?
It's sad.
Bro, who can be better than you, bro? Huh? Who can be better than you? There's
man, I retired a long time ago.
Really?
I had to.
Yeah. Nah, all right. Yeah, so tell me more. You come here 10 years old. Yeah, I come here. It's cold.
Cold. Yeah. And I think you know Lorne. Do you remember my friend Lorne from Trinidad who played centre back before? At a football with us.
Who's that?
Lorne. The big guy, quick guy. He used to play centre back.
Yeah.
I was the first ever person I met when I come to England.
Is it?
The first ever in primary school.
Okay.
And like, hopefully he don't mind me telling the story. Yeah. Like the kids in school used to say that we hate each other.
Is it?
Bearing in mind, I only moved to that primary school. I was at primary school for about 6 months. Yeah. And the second day, kids would come up to me and say, Lorne hates you. And kids would go up to Lorne and say,
Sipho hates you.
And Lorne hit me with a chair.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that was the first person to move here. And it was a weird experience because like school, like back at home, school's different. You have to pass in order to go up.
You mean like the education system?
Education system. Yeah. You have to pass in order to go up. It's standard.
It's standard, yeah.
Yeah, standard 6, standard whatever standard. Yeah. Over here, I didn't even do no sats, and they said to me, "Yeah, you're going to high school." So, where's the exams?
But what do you think of that system? Do you think that's better or that's worse? Because sometimes we go to school, Sipho, which education is good. But some people are not made for school because you can make a kid get stuck in school. So like maybe somebody's good with their hands.
No, I understand.
Or they're just creatives.
100% understand what you're saying because I was one of them kids.
Yeah.
I've always had this line, like my mum hates it, but I've always had this line, like education, like knowledge is power, 100%.
True. We agree on that one, yeah.
But education is a bit flawed for me. It's flawed because I think they're teaching you to sit in an office job because you come in at a certain time for registration, you're sitting in one behind the other. Yeah. Lunchtime, they tell you when it's lunchtime.
They tell you prison, isn't it?
That's the problem. I think. That's with the whole education system.
Which doesn't prepare you for the real world.
For the real world, yeah. And I think more and more, I think they're touching on it now for the younger generation. That this is what's happening in the world. You need finance, you need this, you need that, you know. Yeah. Yeah, but like I said, school in England and school in South Africa is totally
different.
You get a question wrong, Sapisandla.
Corporal punishment.
Hey, bro.
Yo. Bro, I still remember corporal punishment was something else. Joe.
Yo, bro.
That was some form of abuse, though.
Especially,
I know it made us like.
I'll tell you what, especially my teachers in Germiston, that was fun. Some of them had little mini cricket bats, like they carved. Some of them had the ruler. It was easy with the ruler. Yeah, rulers.
And then you had this one. You know,
you had this one here where you put it.
Yeah.
Oh, nah.
Right.
That's why I never used to answer no questions in school.
Yeah.
Because if you get it wrong, you have to stand up. You get hit.
What about football? When did you start playing football? Because in the UK, did you play at home, like in South Africa, before you came here? Disc. Yeah.
With a tennis ball. Outside.
Right.
I never, that was just
like 16.
fun. Yeah, that was just fun.
Yeah.
See, I bet you know, you're betting.
Yeah.
5 franc.
Yeah.
3 against 3, you know, you have
winner takes all.
That's how we used to do. But
game.
I'll be honest, in the, back home, it was athletics, cricket, and rugby.
Okay.
Never played no football. Never touched no football. Watch football.
You played rugby?
Yeah, I played rugby.
That's what D was saying to me as well.
Yeah.
I never played rugby, man.
I played rugby, but I've been in Germiston.
Yeah.
That was my primary school.
Okay.
Back in, it's like no Joburg, you know, Germiston.
Yeah.
That was my primary school, so it was cricket, rugby, and as I say, athletics.
Okay.
And what I'm thankful for, them younger years, like my dad used to come, so he watched me cricket, athletics, and rugby. He watched me win rugby finals. He watched me win my first gold medal in athletics. He watched me.
Right.
He watched me hit. What's my high score? 35 in school in cricket.
So your dad was there then?
Yeah. And when I say dad, it's like, it sounds mad. It's like he's been in my life since I was like 2. So he was like my stepdad, but he's my dad. Yeah. And then I had my dad as well. So it was
okay.
So my dad was in SA, and then obviously my stepdad, my mum moved over here, and then that's when we come over here. Yeah. Just for a better life. Like.
Man, that's a good thing, because most of us, or I mean, I was lucky as well. My dad was always in my life. But some kids that grew up like in SA, their parents were not there. And when you're playing football, you need that kind of father figure to be there for you.
Yeah, that's what different for you, though, football. Like, I never played for, like I said, I played in the streets.
Yeah.
Like 3-on-3 disc. Like,
that's it.
Car.
So when did you start to play here? Who got you into football?
I come here and I realised in primary school, that's all they played. I wanted the cricket club. No cricket club. Rugby club.
No rugby club.
No rugby club. Yeah. Everyone in England plays football, and I understand why. That's their game. That's what they pride themselves on. Yeah. And I've done a couple of training sessions in primary school. Okay. And everyone was saying, "Oh, you're good." But people don't realize this. I never played. I watched it. Yeah. I watched it.
So you never really played.
Yeah, I never really played. I remember looking through a keyhole, 98 World Cup final, Brazil and France. And then my dad said, listen, you can take these 5 hits and then you can watch the final, or you can just sleep in your room because you got school the next day. Yeah. I said, I'll take the 5 hits and watch the final.
Right. That's when you knew the love is there.
No, do you know what? It's funny you say love. I don't think it was love. I just, it was like exciting. It was different from rugby. Yeah. Rugby was all about who gets the hardest tackle, and then who's got the 2-step, you know? Who's got the 2-step. Yeah. And cricket is obviously cricket. Get your wickets.
Done.
How many runs can you get? So it was just a different environment of sports. And luckily I was in a sporting background. Like my uncles played rugby, my cousins played cricket. Yeah. Like my dad played rugby. Like my biological dad, he played rugby. Apparently, so.
Man, you were surrounded with too much.
So rugby. So it was all sports in my household. Yeah. Like even now, my cousins in France now playing rugby. Like it's just so everything was rugby or cricket in my house.
And football? Did you aspire to play like professionally? Was it ever your dream? No. Nah.
People, it's funny. See, you laugh because I say this to people. It's never like.
I'm surprised, bro, because I played with you. I know you're good. By now, I think you know you're good. Some other players, they can vouch and say,
do you know what?
Sipho is good.
It was never. It's weird because in the secondary school here in England, I think about year 9, they told me to go districts. Yeah. Don't know what districts is. Yeah. I rejected it. Right. I said, I'm not going districts. Why am I going there?
Yeah.
But I didn't know these things.
Oh, so knowledge. Obviously, if you had somebody who could help you.
Because I never, like, even in primary school, throughout primary schools, I never played for a team or nothing.
Okay.
When I started playing for a team, I was 15. And that was Tigers, Lasers, like, just local, just with friends, like, friends from down the street where I lived. And then my first actual semi-pro club was Barking.
Yeah.
But that's because the Barking owner,
Yeah.
like now he still is the owner now, the chairman, Rob O'Brien.
Yeah.
He was my coach in college.
Oh, okay.
But that was only the second year of college. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
First year of college, I just focused on work. Like, there was a scholarship programs and stuff.
Yeah.
Still didn't know about that. So I just focused on my sports diploma.
Yeah.
And then the second year of college, that's when I played the football. And then after he invited me at like 16, 17, and that's when I really actually played.
Yeah. And then when do you meet D, Mosey, who else is in the squad? Chemo.
I'll start with D. D, his parents knew my parents.
But from back home?
Yeah, from back home. So that was there. And so when I moved to England, I think D was already in England or moved the same year, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So we all got together. That's when I officially met him.
Okay.
But I knew of him, I knew everything about him.
Yeah.
So that's when I officially met him. Muzi, probably when I was about 13, 14.
Okay.
No, I tell a lie, it was about 16.
What was Muzi doing? Playing
No, Muzi didn't play. We were playing Church League. That's how I met Muzi. He was playing in Church League. We played against him in Church League.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then we heard his name, like Muzi.
Yeah.
Like Dino was in the same team as me. Like D was in the same team as me.
Okay.
So we heard this name, Muzi. I was like, this guy. So
And how was D at that time? Was he on time? Was he calling when he's not coming?
Oh.
Was he?
D will always be D, bro. You invite D to something, D will never give you an answer, straight up answer. He'll either turn up or it doesn't turn up.
Do you know when we went to the O2, I defended D because Muzi was like, yo, D, blah, blah. I was like, no, I understand because he's going through some stuff and he didn't turn up, right? Fine.
Yeah.
And no problem.
Yeah.
Bro, like today,
You organized it.
organize this shit. I didn't have enough mics. I even bought a new mic for D. I'm like, man, that's not cool.
Reply.
Man.
Nah, it's not cool.
That's not cool.
That's one thing we've always told him. Like, that's not. Like, at least reply and say like, "Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't make it." Like, no one's gonna.
At least,
question you,
send a message. Like, let me know. Because now he's not answering his phone.
Yeah.
He's not replying messages.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking, but dude, we had an interview the other time. You were with me. Like, why not just say, like...
I don't know. That's my guy. And
Yeah.
he's just funny.
Nah.
Like, them things are just funny. Like, I don't know. Like,
That's not cool, though.
Yeah,
it breaks my heart.
nah, that's how he is.
And the
man.
thing is, when I meet him, when I tell him off, he's just going to laugh anyway. He's not going to take it serious.
That's the thing about him. He's gonna say, "Oh, next time."
But that makes it hard for us to work together, man. Like, things like that. Like, now moving forward, if I want to do something, I'm thinking, D, nah, I can't call him. Then I just...
I hear what you're saying. Like I said to you before, I've watched most of your episodes, and and like I said to you the other day, I wish you the best, like, because it's nice, and it's nice the audience that you have.
Yeah.
Because me as a South African,
Yeah.
I can relate to their culture.
Yeah.
Like, you bring people from the Zim background, South African background, and you relate to their culture. And it's nice sometimes hearing about that rather than...
People that you can relate to.
Yeah, rather than just like black, white or Asian white.
Yeah.
Like, no, I can relate to this person because he knows what Ilokshini is. He knows what, do you know what I'm saying? He knows certain things.
The lingo,
He knows the lingo, the vibes. He knows how the life is when we was growing up. You know? Or he or she, like, they all know, so...
But how do you feel about mental health? Because, like we were saying before, it's hard to be depressed because obviously we have to work, we have to make money. Things are hard. For some people, they can say being depressed it's a privilege. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Some people can afford to do that. Personally, do you think it's hard for guys to open up, to talk to their friends?
Yeah, yes and no.
Okay.
The reason why I say no is because it depends who. Like, there are friends out there. When I say friends, like, really, like, you got a close bond that can sense or notice things.
Yeah.
And they'll stick on you until you give it up.
Yeah.
But then I say yes as well. At the same time, it's hard because of the social media world that we live in and certain elements of things that's happening. So it is a bit 50-50. And also to your question, to your answer, to your question, an answer to your question is about mental health. Like, I do believe everyone suffers from mental health, whether it's anxiety, depression, like confidence, like whatever. I believe everyone does, but I just don't know what categories or levels. I don't know.
Would you say is it the way you manage it as well?
I wouldn't say the way you manage it because I don't want it to come out like sound wrong to people. It's just like I said to you, like with me, I've dealt with like loads of stuff. Like even the year I moved to England, my grandmother died, and I still think about that. I always blame myself for that.
Okay.
But
why would you blame yourself for that?
Because the way she passed away is because it was a hit and run, and she was going to the shops. And I was the one that was always going to the shops.
Oh.
So in my head
So you're thinking, had I gone to the shop?
If I was back home in SA, that wouldn't have happened because I would have gone to the shops.
Also, when it happened, you were here?
Yeah,
and then
1 year, the year I moved.
Rah.
So it was just crazy for me.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And till this day, like Dino, music, everyone could tell you.
Yeah.
Till this day, I put a bit of blame on myself. Yeah, so.
Would you ever go to therapy for anything like that? Like anything that you go through? Or have you been to therapy?
No, I haven't been to therapy.
Would you ever?
Would
you go to therapy?
Do you know what? I think some people that find it hard to talk to even your close relatives or whatever, I think, you should go to therapy or seek therapy.
Yeah.
But the way I dealt with things.
Do you open up?
No, man.
So how do you deal with stuff like that?
You know what? MD, like, it's like, I've always been, I don't know, from young, I've always thought like, I'm the helper. I help people.
Yeah.
From always young. So if you come to me with a problem, I'll talk, I'll sit down, I'll talk. I'm not saying I'll solve your problem, but I'll listen to you. And you talk. I'll talk to your problem. I'll give you advice, whatever.
Yeah.
That's always been me.
Yeah.
And
But what about Sipho's problems? What about the issues that Sipho is going through? What about the I don't know, the self-doubts, the depression, the stuff that you've seen, the stuff that you want to deal with? How do you then deal with those things?
You know what? Everyone says the same thing. I always boil it up and it comes out at certain times. But with me, my worst point is, like I was drink driving up the A13 bridge, no seatbelt, going about. It's a 40, but I was going at about 60, and the truck come hit the side of my wheel. But ever since that day, I just thought,
that's dangerous.
That, and you know what? I'm grateful. I'm grateful to God. Like that's all that happened. Like hit the side of my wheel.
Yeah.
And like there's days I've just like, I don't know. Like it reminds me, like there's songs that remind me of people. Sometimes I'll break down, not break down, but sometimes
you get down, like you get emotional.
Yeah, I get emotional, cry, or just remember. And I've always dealt with things that way of like, okay, like I'll never forget these people. Yeah. Like, because they're a great part of my life. But they wouldn't want me to be like this. Yeah. And that's what I have to deal with. Like it's like, I wouldn't want me to be like this. Like I've got family, I've got, you know what I'm saying? I've got friends, I've got acquaintances, I've got people that regardless whether they need my help or don't need my help, I'm still there. So it's like, and I think it kind of releases me, like when I help someone.
When you help other people.
Yeah, like just, it makes me feel good in a sense of, like,
No, that's good. I mean, I like helping people as well, but my advice would be remove that mask, man. Don't be afraid to ask for help, or don't be afraid to tell your side of the story, or to just, I don't know. I've never been to therapy. I don't know if I will go to therapy, to
that's
be fair.
what I'm saying.
But maybe in future I might go, but for now...
Just for now, No, I understand what you're saying, 110%, because like you said, you can't put a mask on. And I did put a mask on, probably from like an early age. I did put a mask on of I'm this, I'm that, but
like I've got this covered.
Yeah, but now I'm good now.
Yeah.
I'll be real, I'm good. If I say I'm at peace, man.
Nah, that's good. I'm also at peace, man. I'm one of those people who just like, I don't want no problems, bro. I don't want no fight.
No problems,
nothing.
no fight. Like, I'm at peace. Don't get me wrong. There's certain situations and elements that come.
Yeah.
And I found a way to deal with them certain things. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, cool. Like, let me talk to like my brother. Let me talk to my mum. Let me talk to my missus. Do you know what I'm saying? Or let me go out. Let me do something. Let me just. It's nice, but yeah, it's good.
And the other time, recently, who did you lose in your family? Was it only your grandma? Because I remember the other time.
Nah, it's crazy because if I say this, people think, nah, you're lying. Like the year I come here, I lost my grandmother.
Yeah.
And then it was right. Then I was in school. From year 9, I lost aunties, cousins, brothers, sisters. And till this day, even now, just gone. I just, like, the COVID year, my auntie was staying here in England, but then she went back to see my cousin who was ill at the time. All good.
Yeah.
And she's a nurse as well. She was all good. Went back home, passed away COVID. My auntie that was sitting next to her passed away COVID. And then it's like, rah. And then my cousin, who I was close to, and one of the main reasons why I was actually into sports is because to challenge him. Yeah. He was born in August, I'm born in August.
Yeah.
He's a year older.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, I love that competition. Like, he passed away, and he's like, he passed away at the age of 30, and I'm just thinking.
Was it COVID with him as well?
No. He had it, like, this is what I'm saying, like, my family's a bit, it's another story, but we think we're Braveheart sometimes. Like, he had an illness and he just weren't taking his medicine.
Ooh,
he thought he could beat that himself, and it just caught up with him at the age of 30, like, and that's when he was just breaking through everything, even with cricket. Yeah. He was just doing amazing.
Okay. Now that's I mean, like, that's what I'm saying. Maybe you do need therapy. If you don't want to go to therapy, I don't know. Just give it a go, man.
No, I hear you, but it's like, I know I'm saying but for me personally, it's cool. Like,
or do you think maybe there isn't enough, I don't want to say black therapists, or people that you can relate to, people that can actually understand your story, people that can hear you out?
Yeah,
I understand. Think that's where the problem is?
No, not for me personally. I don't know for anyone else, but I understand what you're saying. Like, for me personally, it's not about black therapists or someone I can understand or whatnot. Yeah. Like, they've been through that life. Like, everyone's got their own journey, and like, I believe God never makes mistakes, but sometimes I do look up and just say, like, why did you do it? Yeah. Like, why did you do it at this point in my life, or that point of my mum's life, or like anything? But the older I'm getting, the more I'm realizing doesn't make mistakes, like, because as much as I was heartbroken and stuff, when I went on, people telling me he was suffering, like, this is to my cousin, like, for my cousin, he was suffering, but he was trying to be strong, but people can see he was suffering. So,
but did he open up to you? Did he tell you?
No, I wouldn't say he told me. He's always had, like, he's always been like, like, what's going on, boy? I'm like, like, he'll FaceTime me on, like, WhatsApp or message me on Facebook, like, and we just talk. We just talk casual. So in my head, like, he's good. He's just checking up on me. I'm checking up on him. And like, it was like, it sounds crazy. Like, it was good for me to hear that he's no longer in pain, like, because he obviously had a lot of pain. Like, and he was just like going through it, and it's just like, but he's still doing the house stuff. Yeah, he's still doing his cricket, and
so he's still active.
He was still active. And like, so.
Nah, sorry about your cause, man.
No, I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, I mean, moving forward now, we are in the UK. Yeah. You're retiring. Apparently, you don't play football anymore.
I haven't played a proper match in like 2 or 3 years since COVID. Yeah.
What's going on with the South African team, man? Because now we don't play football anymore.
I don't know.
What's going on?
You'll have to bring Tamavusi and Dasisa to come and sit here, bruv, so they can discuss that.
That's what I'm thinking. The next episode should be Bravusi, Sisa,
Cindy,
Cindy.
Yeah.
He's one of the people I need to talk to as well.
Yeah.
Who else?
Us, and I wanna hear what they have to say because, like you said, it's just ended abruptly. But then, in the group chat, they still put in there's a tournament, but when's this tournament? Oh, it's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Huh?
Who told who?
Who told who? Like,
because I think those tournaments were good, man, because they were bringing us together. You know, most of the guys from SA, I met you guys via the football.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it was good, dude. Like, it's good because now all of us were close, we're good, like, we're good people, and like you said, so, like you, Logic, and everyone, like your DJs, like Muzi's, like works in hospital. Like there's different things. That's the only time we're all together.
Yeah.
And it was such good vibes because you can let out all the cultural stuff without like my missus say, "Oh, turn that off, man. I don't understand it." Do you know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh, it was nice. Like, it is nice.
Are we ever gonna play? You reckon, or is it over now?
No, I think we should play, and I think we deserve to play because what we've done the last two, I think it's that World Cups. Yeah. The last two World Cups.
We played well.
Going quarters and semis when we lost to Ghana. And
I remember that one, man. That was emotional.
Yeah, but
I'd never seen anything like that because we went in the pitch with Ghana and then we were praying. And
that was the best thing ever.
Yo.
After the game, that was such the best thing ever. That's probably top 5 experiences of my life because it's like everyone understands like there's certain elements of religious backgrounds and stuff, but at the end of the game,
of unity as well. Yeah.
At the end of the game, whatever the result went, the way we just all just stood in the middle of that pitch and
we wished them luck as well.
Yeah, wished them luck, and they was like, yeah, you lot are good. Like, and what was it? It'd be some penalties, were they? Or something? Or extra time?
No, I think it was extra time. I think we played 1-1, and there was a stupid goal. Like the way it went in, it was just so stupid. We were so heartbroken, man. I mean, just in case anybody's wondering what we're talking about, normally we've got this. Is it like the Inner City World Cup they call it?
Yeah, it's the Inner City World Cup, so and then there's the AFCON as well.
Yeah. So you get South Africa, all other nations coming together and playing football, which for me, I always look forward to it. So it's a shame, man.
Always in May, that was I used to check out in May. I was like, these dates in May, they're mine. Them 3 days there, they're mine.
Because you know that's like, you're going to have fun. You're going to get to meet the boys, man. Nah, but it's so good. What time are we on? 22. We still got a few minutes. We can chat. You just move the camera. Okay. Alright, now it's cool. Is there anything you want to talk about, Sips, man? Anything you want to cough out? Anything you want to touch on?
First and foremost, I'd like to ask you a question because I don't think no one asks you a question.
Rah, man, you can't ask me questions. This is my platform.
No, it's nice. It's nice.
No, I'm kidding. Go on, bro. Go on.
My question is, how did you come up with the name?
Yeah.
And then what then made you transform it into a podcast? Because I knew you as Mr. Walk Up Like This when you used to do the videos.
Yeah.
Playing your, I'm a piano. When even I'm a piano, it was gone at the time.
It was gone.
It was gone at the time.
No, the Wake Up Like This was I'm a piano, but before I used to play Ikom.
Yeah.
I wanted to save this story for some podcast someday, but I'll share a little bit. Yeah. So the Woke Up Like This, it was Muzi. I was recording a video. I was in the car. Do you know what I mean? I would record.
No, do you know what? I remember it was football.
Yeah.
And then you was like, it was early in the morning.
In the morning. So that was not my first video. I used to record videos like I had different saying. You know what I mean? I woke up in the morning, blah, blah, blah. And then I said, I woke up like this, whatever. And then Muzi got the video. He was like, mate, there's this girl. She's asking for your video. I said, which one? She said, the one. He said, the one you said I woke up like this. And then he sent it to me. I was like, why does she like it? I was like, I don't know. And then it started going viral. I was like, oh, shit. So every time I record a video, I'd be like, I woke up like this.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah. So I started recording those videos, and then they went viral. The podcast thing, I always loved radio, man. Even from home, I always loved radio. I submitted my demo at YFM. They didn't reply, motherfuckers.
Hey,
YFM
was big in them days, man.
Nah, I didn't know what I was doing, man. Nah, I listened to my demo back as shit. Like Papa. Sipho is bad, man. That's bad. You know when you make music or when you're playing football, you think you the shit at that time.
At that time, yeah. No one could touch
When I listened to who got on at that time, mate, you've got the likes of, you've got McG, you've got, what's the other guy? Fuck, I can't remember his name, man. They were like on YFM. Those are the people that I was trying to compete with. But I had no clue, I had no background, nothing. Anyway, move on to that. Did the I woke up like this thing. And then the podcast thing, it's always been in my head that I want to start a podcast someday. And then Finding the Signal.
Yeah, that's an interesting name because like you said, you went from Mr. I woke up like this to Finding the Signal. It's like, now, it's good. Don't get me wrong, it's good. Like, but I was like,
so the Finding the Signal. Let me explain Finding the Signal. Yeah. I used to say I woke up like this, right? And then when I post videos, at the bottom, I used to write, if I don't act like this around you, that means we have no signal. That means me and you don't have signal. Yeah, that's how it started. Yeah. If I don't do this with you, then that means we have no signal. No signal like that. And then someday I was with, who was it? I can't remember who it was. And then I was in Manchester. They said, yo, what are you doing in Manchester? I said, hey, man, I'm just out here trying to find signal. You know how it is.
You know how
it starts as a joke, So I keep saying it. And then on my post, I just write, Finding the Signal. Wherever I'm going, I'm like, yo, I'm trying to find the signal. And then when we came up with the whole thing of starting a podcast, I had a friend, Ochoki. She lives in Oxford. By that time, she was living in Oxford. I said, sure, man, we need to do something because this whole music thing, after COVID, we went through COVID, it dried out. I had time to sit, and I was sitting at home. I was DJing, but I was like, nah, man, I'm not feeling this day, man.
Not feeling DJing,
nah. And then I got into radio. I know I'm just going all over the place with the story. So I started radio at Funky Essex. And then I was doing, I woke up like this. There was a girl called Tenji, she's a comedian. And then I was interviewing her on the radio. But then I had a list of things that she can't say and what she can't do. I was so frustrated. I was like, you know what, maybe one day I need to start a podcast because on the podcast, you can say whatever you want to say. You can say shit, you can say, you know what I mean?
I get it.
As long as there's age restriction there, it'll be all right. So I thought, I got to start my own podcast. And then the idea of the podcast, I spoke to my friend Choki. I was like, yo, what do you think? Maybe I should start a podcast. She was like, yeah, you made for this shit, man. You can do it. I was like, okay, cool. I'll give it a go. Now, one day we met in Oxford and then we were just toying around with names. I think it was, I had written them down. The Signal, Finding some weird names. I woke up like this. I'm Finding the Signal like this. It didn't make sense at all. And then I think Choki said, you're always writing Finding the Signal on your thing. Why don't you say, Finding the Signal with MDK or Finding the Signal with MDK and Choki or something like that. I was like, oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. But then I thought starting it as a podcast, it won't work. I said, let me start it as an event. So launch it as like an event, people come and party. But the more they know the name, then I'll change it into a podcast thing. That. Yeah. So I thought, that's dope. So that's how the name Finding the Signal came about. And
it's still growing.
And it's still growing, man. And here we are today. So I think there's still room for improvement. There's still room to grow as well.
With everything, there's still room to grow.
But I like it to become bigger, man. I like it to get to a point where everybody will feel safe to come to this space. Like you coming right now, it motivates me as well. Yeah. Like interviewing D and the other people as well. It's just, I want that community to be able to come here and we can talk about the issues that we have.
No, I agree with you. So, like you said, like, especially with the football, I think that's when we was a community, like with the football side, because even the people that were not playing were still coming.
Yeah.
Like we had fans.
Yeah,
coming.
We had people coming.
We even had the ambassador coming at one point.
And we embarrassed.
But and them Colombians played though. And them Colombians.
Bro, the way they played, that was really amazing, man.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's when we was, because at the end of end of the day of the tournament, see a praia, there was music.
Yeah.
And then we'll go and meet at a place.
Yeah. There was somebody who said to me, when we make these teams, how come you guys never invite us? And I thought about it. I was like, sometimes we play, but we don't invite people.
True.
We don't ask people to come and support. Yeah. There's no advertising, there's no flyer, nothing. All they see, it's us after playing and posting.
Yeah.
We don't know that they want to be part of the experience. You know what I mean?
And that's when I first started, that's what was good about it.
Yeah.
Like, there was so many people that were part of the experience.
Yeah.
But as you said, the later we went on, it dried out a bit.
It dried out. Nah, but I don't know, man. Me, I think sometimes, man. We just don't want to share. I don't know. This is my personal opinion. We just don't want to share.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just want it to be... It's like even with management, you'd agree with me on this one. There's no ways that you can have management for more than 5, 6 years, 7, 8 without even changing things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, true.
Because now, you saying you're retiring, okay, who's going to be a manager? What are you going to do then? Because the managers need to retire and then give over to other people.
And that's what I thought. That is when I genuinely thought it would start happening from the Ghana game, after that Ghana game, because the spirit was there.
It was high.
It was high. And everyone was saying, it's time to push on now. It's time to push on. And never happened.
Yeah, the problem is there's no OGs, man. There's no... You know, if you look at, like, in States, in other countries, there's always, even when it comes to music, you will always have OGs.
Oh, yeah, there's always...
The OGs are handing over.
Yeah, they're handing over.
The same thing is happening in music. There's no OGs. People who are DJing, like, first here in, like, 2000, they're still DJing. There's no one who's saying, okay, bro, this is the map. This is how you do it. Yeah, now let you do it. So even in football, I feel, personally, if maybe Tasisa and Tafusi can hand over to say, okay, MD or Sipho, whoever is retiring.
Yeah.
You need to be my assistant coach.
No, I get
now.
you. The only time that I could say that actually ever happened is like Dasira, like Cindy. So when he said to me, now you're the captain.
Yes.
That was the only time.
Yes. And I understood and I respected that as well.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It was like, for me, that time, I remember I was like, huh?
Because he felt like, okay, he's playing, but
you're
maybe
ready.
He's busy with family or any other things. So therefore.
And he basically said to me, like he didn't say it, like verbally, but when he said, you're the captain now, to me, he kind of told me, like, you're ready, like, just
take over
now. And I'll be real, like, I was like, struck back at first. I was like, yeah.
But one thing
I look up to you, though. Like, I look up to you.
You'll always respect him for that.
He's the man. Yeah, he's the man, man.
So the more we have OGs, I think the better, because they can't coach us until they are like 80 and whatnot. Yeah. How are we doing on time?
6 minutes.
To 7.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
We'll definitely catch up soon anyway, and we can touch on more
but thank you for coming through, man.
Thanks for the invite.
Appreciate that.
Thanks for the invite.
Good.
It's a good place here now. We're gonna go enjoy some
ABQ London experience.
I see it downstairs. I see the bus. Like it was like they all dressed up in suits, like Breaking Bad. Like, I was like, yeah. That's why I had to get myself one just to hit me there.
Yeah, we're gonna go and give it a go, man. I don't know how we're gonna record it, but it'll be nice to just record like the whole experience. And I'll combine it with the podcast and just make it.
It'd be crazy, man. Thank you for inviting me.
No worries, man. Thank you for coming through.
It's alright. And like you said, whenever you want to touch on tougher subjects, when everyone's here, you know me, I like people being direct to people rather than like, I like it. I want them there and I want everyone to like say what they need to say.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, and it'll be good. I think it'll be good. It'll be bad and good at the same time, but you never know.
Sibsin. Thank you for coming through, man.
My older brother.
I really appreciate it.
Grand.
All right, guys. MDK chilling with Sipho. We just chilling, just having a talk, man. This is not even an interview, you know. My guy came through. I called him, and he's here. I called some of the people. I'll name them. Dion, you let me down.
Yes.
Muzi, obviously, technical reason. I understand. Respect to that.
Nah, you gotta do technical.
Are you serious?
Just in case, he's gotta know.
Muzi, apparently.
He's got to show me evidence. He's got to show me evidence.
But he sent me a video. If it's fake, then I respect that.
He's good. I'm joking. If you send your video, then it's real.
Yeah.
But I like teasing him anyway because he'll get mad about it.
It's all good. But Sipho, we should do it, man. Me, you, D, Muzi, Kimo. Kimo said he's shy, bro.
How's he shy?
He said to me, "Oh
the
no,
things that he
I'm
talks
shy. I can't be behind the camera." Yeah,
the things that he talks about, he's shy.
I was like, shy. I was like, okay, calm. You just be the ghost man. You'll be behind the camera.
Was a legend. You might as well just put him behind the camera and just let him ask the questions behind the camera. Or talk behind the camera.
Ah, man.
Because I think everyone would like to listen to some of his viewpoints.
Who do you think I should have on the podcast, though, man? Anybody that you can think of at the moment?
Anybody you can think of at the moment? Me.
Yeah.
Like I said, like the football. I think like the football OGs, as you call them.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to have them here. And do you know what? It's funny. I'd like my little brother Harry to come here because they've got a podcast as well. So like,
is it?
So it'd be nice.
What is it called?
It's called Sun Production.
Sun Production. Is
Yeah,
it on
like,
YouTube?
Yeah, Instagram, YouTube, because like they interview people that are like young kids that are just coming into movies or like, and he's actually good. Like, and I never thought like he was never.
Is it Sun as in like SUN?
SUM.
SUM.
Yeah, Sun Production.
Yeah. Some Production, we'll check you out, man. Production on Instagram, Some Production on YouTube.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see him, like, have a talk with you and you not just hash it out how you do things. Like, it's nice to hear them technicalities. I like to hear technicalities as well.
I'll call him through, man. Yeah, I'll call him through. Sipho, let's wrap it up. Let's go and enjoy the cocktails.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready because my one's down already.
Yeah, let's do it. Finding the Signal, please click the subscription button down there. It's free. You don't have to pay anything. I don't know why I'm always using that camera. I should be using that one. Click. Click the buttons down there. Subscribe. Share with your friends, man. Tell your friends to tell the other friends and to tell the other friends and to tell the neighbor. And if you can talk to animals as well, tell them, please. We're finding the signal out here.